A vulnerability is a weakness in the security system. So it could be anywhere, the procedure, design, implementation, operation, management, anything. So which might be exploited to cause the loss or harm. Now, suppose if you have vulnerability, so what will be the consequences means? So you may be corrupted. That means your system will be corrupted. Okay, so the system will become leaky, or the system will become unavailable also. So these are all the consequences. Okay, the consequences of vulnerability. If you have vulnerability, okay, in your assets. So what are the assets we already discussed? Okay, either hardware, software, data, communication facilities, network facilities, wherever if you have a vulnerability means, so the consequences means this is going to be the consequences. So that means you will be corrupted. That means your system or your data will be corrupted. Okay, become leaky and become unavailable. So what is corrupted means? That means does the wrong thing or gives the wrong answers. So that means easily the attackers will corrupt, will modify your data. So they can modify your settings. So whatever it is. So that means it is going to be the loss of integrity. So unauthorized users are going to change. So they are going to modify your data, or they are going to destruct your data. I'm just taking data. Only one resource I'm taking. So you can use any resource. Okay, unauthorized users can change your hardware settings. Unauthorized users can change your software settings. So whatever it is. Then, so what is leaky means? Unauthorized users can read your data. So corrupted means they are going to modify. So corrupted, it is a loss of integrity. Leaky means it is a loss of confidentiality. That means someone who should not have access to the information will avail. So unauthorized users can access your data. Okay, that is the meaning. So it's a loss of confidence. Then unavailable means whenever you need, okay, you cannot take the data, or you cannot access the data, or you cannot retrieve the data. So this is called the loss of availability. So unauthorized person is going to do some tricks, and they are going to make the data not available to you whenever they need. So this is called the unavailable. So what we discussed here means what is vulnerability, and because of vulnerability, what are the things going to happen? Okay, that means the consequences or the result of vulnerability. Okay, so corruption, leakage, and unavailable. So these are the three things. Then, so types of vulnerabilities. So basically there are three different types of vulnerabilities available. So one is a hardware vulnerability, software vulnerabilities, and data vulnerabilities. So these are the resources. If you take a computer system, okay, for a computer system, the major resources are hardware, software, and data. So data vulnerabilities, software vulnerabilities, and hardware vulnerabilities. So hardware security, we are going to have, okay, a complete lecture, okay, for the hardware security. I think it is lecture number 11 or 12. Okay, you can find it here in our course. So it's a very interesting lecture. So what is hardware vulnerabilities means? The vulnerabilities in the hardware devices. Okay, even in a keyboard, mouse, okay, in the hard disk, so even in the motherboard. So anything which are related, okay, to the hardware devices. So you may be surprised if you see the hardware lecture, okay, hardware security lecture. So you may be, okay, really surprised. A keyboard, okay, a keyboard with some malicious device. So whatever the you are typing, so automatically it will be captured by that particular device. A mouse, so mouse with some malicious, okay, circuits. So the circuit will capture all your mouse movements. So hardware security is a very big area. Okay, it's a very big area, and it's a very interesting area. Okay, so what is hardware vulnerability means? You can see adding devices, changing them, removing them, intercepting the traffic to them, or flooding them with the traffic until they can no longer function. Many other ways to harm the hardware. So adding some new devices, so adding some new circuits, some unwanted things will be added with your hardware. So this unwanted device, it will be keep on capturing your movements. Okay, either it could be a mouse movement or the data or the keystroke, whatever it is, and it will be sent to someone. So adding the devices, changing the devices, removing the devices, intercepting the traffic to them. So suppose if a device is receiving the data, means, okay, a traffic. So the attacker is going to intercept the packets. Okay, he's going to take a copy of the packet. So flooding them with the traffic. So a single device, flooding with the traffic until they can no longer function. So this is called the denial of service attack. Okay, lecture number 6. So we are going to discuss about the denial of service attacks. So these are all the problems related to the hardware vulnerabilities. So if you go for the software vulnerabilities, so these are the vulnerabilities which are available in a program or in the software related things. Okay, so software can be replaced maybe. So I'm having a software, a very genuine software, authentic software, but it is replaced by somebody and they install some unwanted software. So software can be replaced, software can be changed, software can be destroyed, okay, maliciously, or it can be modified, deleted, misplaced, okay, accidentally, whether intentional or not. So this attack exploits the software vulnerabilities. So intentionally or unintentionally, whatever it is. So doing all these things, that means replacing the software, changing the software, destroying the maliciously, okay, modifying the software, deleting the software, misplacing. So all these things are software vulnerabilities. Third type of vulnerability is data vulnerabilities. So these vulnerabilities are related to the data. So we can say the vulnerabilities which are available in the data, like any errors, any flaw, etc. Anything which are related to the data. And automatically, so using this vulnerability, the attacker is going to gain the data. Now, data is having a value. It's having a definite value. It is an asset. For any organization, if you take, it is an asset. It is having a lot of value. So even though that value is often difficult to measure, so we cannot measure it, we cannot quantify it. You cannot say, okay, what is the value of that. So it's going to be a very important thing for every organization. So the vulnerability is available in the data. So this is going to be the third type of vulnerability.